Hello. We are back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we are back with our Dubai trip. Hopefully, we'll be able to complete it today, but we are a bit late than my liking. I was setting a few things up and I got a bit late, so we couldn't really get started. Anyways, let's get going. I have a few updates that I'm currently changing. Let's start the game. Hopefully my livery works. Otherwise, I might have messed that up. But let's see how it goes. By the time the game is loading up, I'll have some water. I'm currently working on my overlay, so that will take some time working on them. Hopefully by the end of this month we finalize that. But anyways, let's switch to our game. It's just loading up, so I hope everything works well. I designed a new overlay for my camera, so that is there. I still have to update it more, but I thought meanwhile I'll use this. Game is just loading. I by mistake had deleted my livery, so I had to restart. I'm just hoping it is there and it works. If it doesn't, then we might have to fly some Spirit Airlines or something like that. Yep, we have it. Save and back. Let's go to Dubai International. Let it just zoom in. I don't want to spawn on the runway. So let's do gate 2. No, I want to do... Let's do gate H4 so we have the shortest taxi. No, that is too short for a taxi. Let's do... Gate 21 should be fine. Let's do gate 21. Hopefully we can get started from there. Gate 21 is ramp GA large. Gate 21, let's start with this. Not sure where the other gate would be, but let's start with gate 21 so we can just taxi our way out. This is runway 30L, this is 30R, so we have to take off from 30L. So hopefully, and the time that I want to fly is around 4. So let's give a time of around 350 or 330. So that when we are flying, let's go 345. So when we are flying, it's like almost dusk. Let's start. Hopefully everything loads up, everything works properly, and there's no bug. Can't really guarantee that, but just hope for the best. Let's remove this. So this is a little less cluttered. I have to work on a few things that I'll shortly get started onto. Hopefully the gate spawns everything. Okay, we are not at a gate. There is no... Okay, this will work. Not a very big issue. Anyways, let's get started. So let's just have an external view, but we'll do that once we enter the flight. The Lufthansa livery is working properly. It's kind of smooth. Looks kick-ass. Thanks to the person who uploaded it on Flight Sim. I am not really sure who that was, but this looks crazy. Anyways, let's remove our chocks and let's remove our engine cover. Both are removed. Let's enter the aircraft. We'll switch to our overhead panel first, get our external power on, our mode switch to nav, our recorder ground control on, crew supply on. We have our strobe lights to on, beacon lights on, wing lights we don't need, nav is set to 2, nose taxi we don't need, runway takeoff lights we'll switch that on later, seatbelt signs on, no smoking sign on. Let's switch our APU master and let's switch our APU as well. So that's working, and let's switch on our batteries. We'll load our flight first, then we'll switch our oil pumps on. Let's import SimBrief. Hopefully this works. Yes, SimBrief is working. I might as well just add a text to my screen below my text. Name it flight plan. Okay. Select phone. Anton should be fine. 6-7. Writing system. Let's go with this. Okay, there are a lot of writing styles as well. Yeah, OBS is evolving, not gonna lie. OBS has started evolving. Hmm. What to do, where's English? I guess any is English. So we leave that. Text would be OMGB to OTBD. Or instead of 2, we can just give few arrows. Okay, let me see if that is working. Okay, this is working, but I'm not sure why it is. Okay, the font is wrong. I want to go with Anton. Just a second. Let's go with Anton. Not sure what's wrong with this. Why is it blurry instead of being clear? Okay, maybe this was the reason that this is happening blurry. I got it. Why this was blurry. No. Yeah, this is too big. Let's just reduce it in size. Yeah, let's go down further and place it over here. Yeah, this looks fine. We can remove the underline. Yep. This looks fine. So just adding a bit to the stream. Anyways, let's just go on. What we have next. I'll just put Spotify there slightly. I'll reduce the volume so it's very slight. Oh, hello Samitra Bhaiya, welcome to the stream. We have our flight plan in. We can't toggle our GPU till we have our MCDU set up. Let's go to our FMCG, FMGC. Let's go to our flight plan. Now first is init. Let's request our init. So everything should align with that. Yep, that is there. This will do later. IRS init is there. Departure. Now next is flight plan. We'll be switching to OMDB. That is our departure. We'll be departing from 30 left. And we'll be going via Navic 3F. We'll just include that. That is done. We'll just clear all this. This is all done. Next is data. Position monitor is just checking everything is there. We will have to import this program. We have to import all this. But yeah, our fuel plan is on all set in. We have to set in our second this, but just see, let me see if my bad, my throttles have started for some reason. I didn't want that. I guess it was F. and we'll just return it to normal. That was a mistake. I didn't want to do that. See our overhead panels. Our APU is on. Let's switch on APU bleed. And now let's cabin lights on. Brightness, I'll do it to 100%, so it's better. Takeoff, we are gone to 30L. Let's import our payload first. Payload, let's apply it. Let's do it instant. So it's better, let's do it instant. Now the takeoff thing will be flying from 30L. Sync, calculate. Okay, we don't have this for some reason. Payload. Okay, let's go back to the FMCG. Init 2. Hopefully this is all there. Yep. Program director. Flight plan is set. Fuel predictions is set. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Hopefully. But yeah, let's go back. Hopefully we'll be able to calculate now. Clicked on sync. Okay, yeah, I didn't click on sync before, I guess. Let's just send it to FMQS or FMGS. It's FMGS. Anyways, we have our flight plan. Let's just confirm to data and we can take off. I'll just be a second. I'll just be back in 1 second. And we are back. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. We are back. Everything is set up. Next phase. Climb to 20. This is all managed. Let's see. We don't want our... Now let's switch on our fuel pump since we have loaded a plane. So we can get started with that. And I guess we are ready for pushback. I'll just switch to the EFP. Payload ground. The GPU has been toggled, I guess. The controller is not running. Yes, the GPU is toggled. We don't have any stairs. I guess we are almost done. TARA2 standardized. This is let it be absolute. Go to our flight panel, flight director on both sides. That we have to do. And let's give this to like 6,000 feet. Hopefully it works. And I guess we are ready for pushback. Let it attach. We'll just leave our parking brakes. So it's attached. We'll remove our parking brakes. And hopefully this doesn't bug out. And it attaches properly. We'll just wait for it to attach to our plane and we'll be ready to go. Yup. You're pushing back properly. I'm not exactly sure when we should start turning, but hopefully we'll figure that out. The sun is too bright in my case, so if any one of you knows how to like reduce the brightness of this, so please let me know. Yeah, now I didn't want it to turn us right. I wanted to turn us right. Because we have to go this way for our takeoff. Okay, for some reason this didn't work and I wanted to like give me a further push to the right, but if it's not working then we might as well switch it on our own. No worries, that is not working. External power is off, or by mistake I toggled it back on. No, it's not there. Okay, now let's switch one of our engines on and hopefully we have a nice start. Yeah, so this is fueling up. We have a plane in the background as well. Let it start, then we can start further. Let's kickstart our engine 1 as well. So ideally you wait for 1 to kickstart, but I thought might as well. So, let's go. That airplane seems to be moving behind for some reason instead of going straight. So engine 2 is up and running, just waiting for engine 1 to kick off and we can switch to normal. We have to give our parking brakes on because I don't want to move forward. Why is this so damn high? Okay, we are ready. Let's go. Let's just see if we have different modes for the airplane to like climb. Let's turn. You want us to turn? Ideally, I would have wanted it to push back us to the yellow line, but for some reason it didn't do. So that's why we had a shorter pushback. But I guess we are fine. We'll just slowly catch up to the yellow line and align ourselves, then we are good to take off. I often overcompensate than I should, which is kind of bad, but yeah. Okay, I am going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way, my friends. I had to go the other way because I have to take off from 30L. So this is the wrong side of the runway because we are supposed to take off on that side. And for some reason we are on the other side. We are on 30 right, but we have to be on 30 left. So I'm just gonna cross this runway over here and hopefully we can get it. Hopefully no plane is landing. I can see a plane landing. So, which might be an issue. And it's going for 30 right itself. But I guess I can hold it off. For some reason these this is better, more refined than now. So for some reason we have a plane landing at the end of the runway, which I'm not sure why. Okay, this is my APU is on. Let's just switch that off because we don't need the APU anymore. We have both our engines running and our gens are on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throttle to my autopilot pretty quick and hopefully we can get that sorted and running. But let's go. You have to go to the end of the runway and take the entire runway to take off. Hopefully we are able to land today, but let's see. Not sure. Trying to maintain a line as straight as possible. But yeah, let's go. Okay, we have a plane landing. But yeah, there are some bugs. It's not landing on the runway for some reason. But hopefully everything works smoothly. Let's go. We are almost at the end and we can take off. We have another plane landing. Our V1 speed is 148. So hopefully we can get that. For some reason it just switches to let's keep it on this intent. So we are at what, 20, and we are not reverse thrusting anything. We forgot to turn on our taxi lights, but that is fine, I guess. Don't tell me I have my parking brake on. This terrain is a bit tricky and we kind of get stuck over here and we don't move at all. What is the... You're not moving at all. Yeah, we had no option, that was kind of stuck. Let's just line ourselves. We are at the correct runway and about to take off. Let's go. Parking brakes on. What was this error? Flaps MCTU disagree. Yup, I'll get that. What is our trim settings? Up 0.7 degrees. This is 1.7. 0.07 degrees. Yep. We are in our config. Nav lights on, wing lights on, runway lights on. Both landing lights off. Nose taxi lights on. Smoking signs off. Emergency off. I guess we are ready to go. APUs are off. Okay, this was off. Yep, we are all set. Parking brakes released. Gears disarmed. And we are good to go. Parking brakes released, then we are off. So what we're going to do is we're going to engage the autopilot pretty quickly. So I'm hoping it does. We are at Toga and we are going to rotate at 148. Trying to maintain the center line, and we have rotated. We have positive climb, gear up, and I'm gonna engage my autopilot to take it over. Set this to managed, and my autopilot will take care of it entirely. Let's get our gears to the climb state. So we have our throttles to climb, and we are off. Manual throttle. No, I don't want manual throttle. I want the autopilot to be on. Why it says manual throttle? Throttle LK. Let's switch on manual. So this should technically be white. Not sure why is it in. Does it say anything? Yeah, auto throttle is on for off for some reason. Yep, we have it on now. And hopefully everything goes well. Why it says, do we have to like engage it or something? Yeah, now my autopilot is reducing. No. Level climb, autopilot on. And hopefully we stay in our plan and we don't miss anything. I'm not going to change anything, not changing any height, any heading. I'm going to let this run and hopefully we can reach there in time. I'm going to let the autopilot take us. and just see if it really works. So we're climbing to 6,000 feet. But I wanted it to be like proper planned. Altitude 4,000. DB1587. Sorry. I wanted to zoom in a bit. 4820. 212 alt speed is fine. Our altitude is not. So should I put it to like managed? Because we'll be approaching. Nope. Keep pressing the wrong button. We'll be there DB410 pretty quick. We're supposed to be at 10,000 feet. Let's set this to managed. For some reason this doesn't work. Technically I should leave it at manage since we are reducing altitude, so hoping that it flying to this path. We are climbing. Okay, our autopilot is disengaged for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a bug or something. I can't go back to my autopilot. This happens with me a lot of time. Not sure if this is a bug in this or what. Like the autopilots don't work. Turn on FD I did. So for some reason my altitude, it doesn't follow it. This line doesn't turn back to the three dotted lines as our speed and altitude. Maybe it doesn't turn. I might be wrong. But anyways, hi Nave, welcome to the stream, man. And if you could also help me with this warning. TCAS standby. I always get this warning and I can't seem to like find this. Why we have. Are we at Toga? Oh, we have autopilot, auto throttle on. Tone dial to. Yeah, my dial is to TARA, but still it doesn't go. Do I need to do anything over here? Top left knob, go from standby to on. This one? Or okay, this one to on. Hopefully it solves the issue. Where the hell was that? Nope. We are overspeeding for some reason. Not sure why. I guess we are following our flight plan. Sometimes it's bugged. Yeah, this is for sometimes it's always bugged for me. But according to our flight plan, we are going to Nabix. Yeah, now for some reason my autopilot disconnected. Not sure why. I didn't press anything, but it just disconnected. Yeah, I know. I'm stalling, I know. But why did my autopilot disconnect? That's the thing I want to ask. And why is my auto throttle not working? Because I didn't press anything. Yeah, so that was in climb, but isn't autopilot supposed to take care of that auto throttle? Like I get it, we are climbing and I have my autopilot on. But I didn't do anything. Maybe I pressed some button. Levers need to be inclined to 10. Yeah, that I got it. If it's stalling, we are reducing, but we didn't have any negative vertical speed. And if you see at our PFD, this shows toga. Why do you have to go to toga? Why does it show takeoff and now see this? We have this. Not sure why this happens. Like if I'm reading it correctly from a flight plan, next is Nabix, where we have this UTC heading. Speed should be 295 knots, and flight altitude is this is flight altitude I'm guessing, so it should be 16,600 feet or 16,500 feet if I'm not wrong, but not really sure. Because we are about to reach Nabix and we are not at our altitude. So are we supposed to climb after that or before that? This I'm not sure. We have our autopilot one on and our auto throttle on, but not sure about this. What's cruise? Now how do I get to know that? Now it doesn't follow this heading for some reason and this has changed. I click on set managed, but not sure why this happens. Do I have to change this to nav? No. Why did this happen? Why it didn't follow the heading? Do we have to manually change that? Because I was of the opinion that it generally works. Or if I'm missing anything. There's few things I have not yet been able to figure this out. Like why did this my heading just disconnect and it didn't follow the plane, didn't follow it? Yeah, okay, we are overspeeding, that we get it slightly, but now see the autopilot is off for some reason. Because we are stalling. Our angle of attack is too high. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Laps lever not 0. Okay, now see, this is a misalignment. I had flaps on 0 on that end, but this wasn't 0. So hopefully we can turn on autopilot and it takes us back to our course. I have a terrible descent of 6,000, 550, 500 feet. Next is VJAC, or we have reached VJAC. Next we're about to reach VJAC. Why does this keep on showing? Toga LK. Set altitude to something. Okay. Let's do it 10,000 feet, I guess. And $30K, okay. Let's go up. Hopefully. No, I didn't mean to do that. This is the problem when you play with two different inputs. Yeah, fine. I didn't mean to disconnect the autopilot. Yeah. I get it. Let's just move it up to like 30,000. Why won't this warning stop? We are stalling, that's why. Yep. And we are slightly off course. No, I get it. We have to set a cruising altitude of 30K, but I'm just wondering, doesn't it take the altitude from the flight plan? Like, for example, if you see over here, takeoff, we had to climb till 300, 288. What does this mean? This shows altitudes, I'm guessing 3000. And now we are reducing for some reason. And a flight director is off. Because I guess we oversped. And everything is off. Not sure what's the issue with this. It managed. I guess nav is not there. And the autopilot won't turn on. Now he's stalling. I don't think so. Let's put it back to autopilot. and see what happens. Here we have the master caution. This doesn't change to set managed for some reason. We're slightly off track. Let's just put it to here. We still have this line, but since we are still slightly off track. No, I get it. Let's follow this. And hopefully we can just follow the path. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is the start. And I guess we should be starting a descent, if I'm not wrong. This is Osarik. Yeah, slightly off, like maybe a degree or two. Mm-hmm. Maybe 1 degree. Here and there is fine. Let's keep it at 256. And do we have it in our flight plan? Let's see. Okay, we have our auto throttle has disconnected. Let's give it auto throttle. Lever MCT. Is that MCT? We have both on MCT. Yeah, now it's again manual. We have to get our levers to climb. QNH 1013. That we have, but we are not on auto throttle anymore. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then we might have to change a few things. We're too fast. That's why auto throttle is not working. You're too fast. There's no speed we don't have over here. Diesel Tosna 193. Where is Tosna? From Tosna we should start our descent. Let's see, hopefully we can do something about it. This doesn't switch to, or altitude doesn't switch to that mode. Not sure why. We have our autopilots on. Let's see if it does turn us. Hopefully it does. Let's just keep straight, we'll start turning. क्या आपके टूथमिस में नमक है? हेलो सोल किला, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। यार समझने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं आज। फ्लाइट उड़ा तो लिया है काफ़ी देर, बट बीच में ऑटो पायलट को कुछ हो जाता है फॉर सम रीज़न, जबकि मैं कुछ करता भी नहीं हूँ सच। एंड ये काम करना बंद कर जाता है। अब जैसे फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल ये चल नहीं रहा है, ठीक है। दिस इज एट सिलेक्टेड, I can't go to managed. Okay, now this, it won't turn on itself, or is it? No, it keeps flying straight, so it was supposed to turn, but it didn't. So now I have to turn it, and for Tosna you're supposed to be at 189. Let's reduce it to 19,000 and set it to managed. बट ये कभी होता ही नहीं है सेट, तो मे बी आई एम मिसिंग समथिंग। कैसे हो पाजी? ऑल गुड ऑल गुड, आप बताओ आप कैसे हो? Yeah, technically we should be reducing, but ये होता नहीं है for some reason. मास्टर कॉशन इज ऑन एंड फॉर सम रीज़न ये एकदम नीचे चला जाता है। कुछ तो फिगर आउट करना पड़ेगा इसका। इसका रेंज है एल्टीट्यूड भी ब्लैंक जाना चाहिए बट यो मेरा जाता नहीं है फॉर सम रीज़न. Not sure why. Distance is 163 nautical miles. No. No, so your master caution is on. Our auto throttle has disconnected for some reason again. And this has come back to 0. Not sure why. I guess we were too fast. Not really sure. We're supposed to. Okay, we're not descending as we should have. We're still climbing. And there's no way I can make that since we are too high. Not sure what's wrong with this. Let's take it down to 2000 feet and give this selected. Technically we were supposed to get the glide slope. We had to start our descent, but not sure what's happening. Let's reduce it to 10. Vertical speed is too high. I guess you might have to see some videos of how to set up properly. We're not reducing as expected. So let's go with selected. We have to reduce, we have no other option. And we have to manually fly this down. Because we have what? According to our EFB, we have only... We should be at 2000 feet and... We should have started descending. QNH is to there. Standard. Let's go to and see how much distance we have left. We're just about to reach OTDD and we are too damn high. According to our flight plan, we're supposed to land at let's see, August 11th, that is runway 15. Times not sure if we have that kind of a distance to reduce. We're climbing for some reason where it should have been a decel. Let's just switch off flight directive and get us safely back. We might stall. Master the caution off. We have to reduce our altitude. Hopefully land it. But let's disconnect everything and we'll fly this plane manually. That's an airport over there where we have to land. So let's just reduce our altitude. I might have to see the video properly and get this in line. I'm just trying to reduce my altitude, so I'll do a okay, we are supposed to land in this direction, so just let's do a turnaround. We're supposed to land on runway 15. We're overspeeding. Let's just reduce our engines. Since we are overspeeding, so I don't want there seems to be an issue. We'll just bring our flaps down if it does come to increase our drag. We are too fast, but yeah, we're too fast, I know. But yeah, we're gonna manually land it. There's an autopilot failure, and we're gonna manually land this. But this is a beauty. This is a kind of a beauty that you won't get to see every day. We have to reduce our height even further. So let's just rotate it over here. Let's just reduce our altitude and hopefully we can just, let's do a right and go around. So oh, this looks pretty. I just wish I had a more powerful GPU for this, but nonetheless soon. Our target altitude speed is 230. We should land at around 180 knots. I'm just aligning ourselves to the runway. Let's bring our flaps further down to increase our drag. Let's see if I go to the, if I switch on the ILS mode, does it capture the glide slope? I don't think so. But yeah, let's reduce our speed. We're slowly aligning to the runway. So hopefully we can land it. We are at 2000 feet. Let's Maybe 16. Yeah, we did get it on the ground. Okay, we might be at the wrong runway or the wrong airport. I guess Doha has 2 airports and we are at the wrong one. But anyway, we did manage to land it. Let's just get out of the runway and we'll see what went wrong. Something went wrong in between. Not sure what. But yeah, let's just bring it to a halt over here and see what were our issues. Now we have TCAS to stand by. Light directors on. Glide slope. We weren't supposed to land over here, but we had to make a emergency stop since our flight changed. We are at Doha, but I guess we are just at the wrong runway. But anyways, we are getting there. Okay, these are the speed limits that we can have our laps at. If we are max flaps 1 will be at 230. Okay, I guess we can kill our engines. And we can spule it down. We are at the wrong runway. But anyways, that was a, I would say, kind of a successful flight, but not sure what went wrong. I didn't want to restart. I wanted to end my flight and see where is that Doha airport. It could be possible it doesn't exist in the game itself. So we might have selected the wrong sim brief. Let's end this flight and let's search for Doha. Doha OTBD Pranzi rivals की वीडियो क्यों हटा दी? हटा ही नहीं है, मतलब those have been made private now. Okay, this was the runway that I was supposed to land and I landed on this. Ahmad International, I was supposed to land at Doha International. My bad. So I'm just making my channel more clutter free, and I've decided I'll be focusing majorly on Flight Simulator and maybe City Skylines. So these 2 games. So I thought no point in keeping all those there. Just start fresh. I still like those videos are still on YouTube, but they are just private now. Okay, so we are supposed to land at this, but we landed at Ahmad International instead of Doha International. But yeah, I'm not sure why the autopilot didn't work. This was the airport that I was supposed to land at, and we landed at Ahmad International. Anyways, now I have a better idea. So maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow we can properly land, and we won't have any issue as such. But anyways, if anyone can help me with this anti-aliasing AMD off. Hopefully this works. Let's just take off from here and let's see how it goes. Let's do a Spirit Airways takeoff, and hopefully we can fly this. Let's just go runway 15 and start a flight and see how this runway or this airport looks. So hopefully we'll be able to land tomorrow, but not really sure.
Tower, Airbus Victor Tango Papa Quebec Kilo ready at runway 15, departing straight out.
Now over here we have ATC. Yeah, without anti-aliasing it looks so damn clearer. Damn, I shouldn't have kept my anti-aliasing on. This looks so much better. I never tried this. This looks so much better. If I knew, I would haven't kept this. And Doha looks so pretty. But yeah, this is so much clearer without anti-aliasing. This looks so much clearer than the anti-aliasing bullshit that I had on. Damn. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to like land it. Hopefully. Let's just get our flaps to 0. maybe after the stream I'll just retry and understand like how the autopilots work, maybe see some videos, and hopefully we can get it. Maybe the 6000 that I'm setting at the start, that is something that's throwing it off. Without anti-aliasing it looks so much better. Yeah, gas won't come down. You're too fast for a gas to be down. And the flaps also won't go down because we are too fast. This was the runway we were supposed to land, and we ended up landing at Hamad International. So maybe we can do a go around and try and land without stalling. I don't want to climb much. The drag is fine. So hopefully we'll be able to land. We'll just reduce our engine so that we can like align ourselves. Now we are too high for this to land, to make this, but I'm guessing if we get our drags and maybe just reduce our height enough, we might be able to make this. Let our gears go down. We are too fast to land. Let those reverse thrusters kick in. So we let's just follow this line, not sure what this indicates. Our flaps are kind of bugged. Our reverse thrusters went up. I'm just seeing where this blue line takes us. Not sure if it takes us anywhere or anything like that. But yeah, after this stream I'm going to check out some videos and understand why did our auto throttle fail and what's the main issue behind this. Let's just follow this and hopefully it gets us to somewhere. I guess it's taking us to a gate and maybe we can dog that and our sim brief flight finishes once we do this. Not exactly sure. We have anything else to stairs toggling. We don't have any jetway over here. Yeah, the stairs spawned, but it didn't toggle luggage. That is moving. Nice. Toggle stairs. Okay, so Yeah, we are slightly off. Does our catering work as well? Yep, our catering is working as well. And these are so cool, man. This is the first time seeing these working. Because they don't seem to work when we are taking off from Dubai. It's so cool. You have three things working. Nice, man. The luggage is slowly getting loaded. It's so good, man. I didn't expect this to happen. Like, I haven't ever seen this. So, really, really good. And we have a catering happening over here. I just hoped our stairs toggled as well. Not sure if we can just try again. We don't have a jetway. And let's see if we can toggle our stairs. The luggage has been loaded. The stairs are gone. Let's just bring it back in. And see if we have both of these gates are opening. These are so cool. Our luggage is loaded, so it's falling back, and the track is also clear now. This is loaded. Some issue with the stairs. But yeah, I can give that to them, and that was so cool. And this looks so pretty good. So damn pretty good. Close everything. All our gates are closed. Move our stairs back. Let's see, does our pushback work? Let's release our parking brakes. Because I want to see this pushback. Okay. Oh yeah, it's working pretty smooth. Our engines are off, we can't really do anything. Our engines won't start now. Even if we try to. Because everything is off, we don't have any power. So our engines won't start. We don't have power to start our engine, so they won't work. Even if we switch on our APU. Man, this is so much better. I had that stupid anti-aliasing on. So much clearer. Wow. With that anti-aliasing on, I just had everything ruined. I'll just switch one of these controls to my PFD, like a close view of the PFD. So, damn, this one looks so much clearer. We finally found it. Found the issue. Finally found the issue with our... Okay, our APU clicked, so we have some power now. Our APU is alive. So we might be able to kickstart our engines. Self-test in progress. Let's see if we can kickstart this again. Yeah, we have power. And let's see if we can start our engines. Does it start? Yeah, that is starting. We had our power in our APU, so that is able to start this. Let's start this engine also. So both our engines are going on. And now maybe we can just let our engine start. Our brakes are hot. We might have burned them up. Do we have like enough power to kickstart these engines? Engine 2 is spinning up. Engine 1 is also getting ready. Yeah, both the engines are started up. Slats and flaps not in takeoff position. Now these look so much better, man. We're not taking off from here. This, I guess. There's something bugged or which is stopping us, but we are slowly moving to our destination. So I just want to reach there and stop. So I don't really mind if we take off or something like that. But yeah, we did manage to get our let's just hope we can reach there and stop it at that line. Let's just crank this down. Now we toggle our stairs. Everything was loaded. Ground power unit is toggled. Toggle chocks on. Toggle covers on. So hopefully we can ask them to place it back. Let's just open this gate. So we can just align our stairs. I don't think so this will work. But these were so cool. A nice little lane. But I didn't expect this to like start. And that anti-aliasing was so damn bad, man. It was so bad, so bad. Yeah, that's what happens. So when you play a few games, you get to learn a lot of stuff. So I guess we'll just do a couple of tests. Let's do a few tests of taking off from Taba, because why not? It's a bright cloudy day. Let's go with the 747 or the Boeing Hornet. This should be pretty easy. Like this should be a pretty easy takeoff. Runway 12. Yeah, I want to take off from 12. Light conditions. Weather is live. Air traffic. Weather and time live. Let's go. Let's do it to live. And let's see what happens. The game looks so much better with anti-aliasing off. I'm so dumb to not have it off.
Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic. Boeing Victor Tango Papa Quebec Kilo. Taking off runway 12. Departing straight out. Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic.
This looks so much better. So much better. And this should be pretty easy for this. Okay, I spoke too soon and I messed up that.
Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic. Boeing Victor Tango Papa Quebec Kilo. Taking off runway 12. Departing straight out. Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic.
Surprisingly, I can't take off. Didn't expect this.
Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic. Boeing Victor Tango Papa Quebec Kilo. Taking off runway 12. Departing straight out. Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic.
I didn't have a positive angle of attack, so that's why it was falling. But yeah, this looks so smooth. Wow, and we are off. Let's see if we can land this. And then maybe we'll just... Wow. Like, since the G's are so high, so you can even hear her like gasping. The pilot is gasping because it's too fast. I'm going for... No. Mess that up. Let's see what happens when we set this as landing. Landing at Saba. Runway 12. Yep. Now I don't want to land at runway 12. I want to land at runway 30. I want to set this as departure. So we fly in a straight line and hopefully everything spawns properly. And there's no bug. We can maybe just remove this. And just retract our... Yeah, now for some reason this happens. Yeah, our airspeed is too high. I'm not sure if we'll be able to like land it. Our landing gear also won't go down because we are so fast. Can we do a belly landing? Everything is fried. We fried everything on that. We'll do one last try. We'll go up to like 200, I guess. Let's retract our gears because we are too far away from the runway to have it down. Let's reduce our trim and hopefully we can get it in sight. What, 5 miles to go? It's to do so easy to like increase our speed but too tough to like reduce it. So that's there. .92 knots. 94 knots, but once we have our gear down the drag would increase tremendously and our airspeed also reduce a lot. I just don't want to stall. Can we reduce our... Nope, we overshot. We overshot, but anyways, I guess that would be it for today. So yeah, we did learn a few things. We did manage to land it, but थोड़ी बहुत गलतियां थी. We didn't have anti-aliasing off, so that was one thing which we missed, and we improved our settings a lot. Like that improved everything. That was better. Let's just... I will try a few settings after this and hopefully we can like work out after like tomorrow hopefully, or every Wednesday whenever we stream next, so we can manage to have a proper setting and maybe finally complete our Dubai to Doha flight properly without any messing up the ATC or the autopilot, and hopefully get in touch with the ATC as well. But yeah, this looks so much better without the anti-aliasing off on. So yeah, it's so much better, so much better. It's like I'm playing a whole different game. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, then do follow. And by the way, you might have noticed I have removed all my videos and streams from the past broadcasts because I felt there was a lot of clutter on my stream. So I thought, why not make it easier and far better? Because this is what the game that I'm going to be focusing on. This and maybe Flight Simulator and City Skylines. But you're going to be playing these two games, so you might see there are only like 5 or 6 videos currently on my channel, 2 videos and 1 short and one few live streams. But that's it, what's gonna stay from on my channel now on. So that's how we are gonna be working, and we are gonna be bringing more consistency to our channel, better thumbnails, consistent streams, consistent timings. So tomorrow there won't be any stream. So what I've thought of is we are going to be streaming on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at around 8:30 p.m. IST or 9 p.m. That is something I have to figure it out and set. And I also have to change my channel banner, get everything in line. So all these things will happen slowly, but yeah, that is going to be happening. And we are going to be focusing on Microsoft Flight Simulator and maybe get into more simulation games like the F1. But 2 games I have decided currently is Flight Simulator and City Skyline. So yeah, these 2 games would be there. And I'll bring more consistencies to my thumbnails as well. So stay tuned for that. More content coming up soon. But anyways, thanks for joining in, whoever joined in. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. So see you. Tata. Bye.